Hey people, I'm not done yet. We spoke yesterday about responding to a broken heart, responding to a burden that Jesus lays upon you. When Simon of Cyrene got under the cross of Jesus to help him carry it, that's what we have to do. God has a burden for mankind, and he expects us to take a leaf out of Simon's book and get under the burden of God and help him to carry that as well. Now, when we look at some of the issues of life around us, there's one thing we have to do when responding to what Jesus tells us to do. We need to respond immediately. Do it now. If you don't do it immediately, apparently there's a 74% chance that you never will if you don't respond today. So let's respond to what God is saying to us, and let's do it immediately. I love it when I see the wise men in the Christmas story. They saw the star, they responded immediately, and they said, we're out of here. We're going to go and follow the star. There's the disciples Jesus called on the beach. He said, guys, do you want to follow me? And it says this, immediately they dropped their nets and they followed him. We see the story of the Good Samaritan, the opposite happening. The religious leaders of the day saw the need, but there's probably in their mind is thinking, man, I'm late for the deacons meeting. I need to be at the elders meeting right now, so I'll care for you tomorrow. They would never care for them tomorrow. They would never give him another thought, because unless you do it now, you're not going to do it probably at all. So this immediacy is vitally important, people, in following Christ. In Galatians 6 verse 10 it says, as we have opportunity, let us do good to all people. Well, today, as you go out to work, today as you go to school, or today as if you're a stay-home mom doing the important job of raising kids, you will see those opportunities. They're all over the place for you to respond with a broken heart to the needs of the people, and it says simply to do good. To do good. He's not asking you to build children's homes or old age villages. He just said, just go do good to all people. It's easy to do good to some people. Hey, yeah, I like some people. I'll do good for them because I hope that one day they'll do good for me. But there's some people that we respond to that are not ever going to be able to do any good for you other than encourage you in the cause of the kingdom. But God is telling us here to respond to do good things for all people. But mostly, we must care, we need help, and if we want to do it, we don't want to do it tomorrow, we need to do it today. You know, when Pharaoh was challenged by Moses, he came with a whole bunch of compromises to Moses. One of the chief compromises he came to Moses when Moses came and said, God says he has something to tell you to do, which is our theme. And he said to Pharaoh, he says, God says, let his people go. And Pharaoh said, okay, well, you know, I guess that might be good if God is saying that. But tell you what to do, Moses. In order to do this thing well and to do it properly, I'll tell you what, I'll let you go, but just go tomorrow. And Moses said, no, that's a compromise. By using the excuse, I'll do it tomorrow, because he knew full well if he didn't do it today, it was highly unlikely that he would do it tomorrow. His first compromise to Moses was do it tomorrow. So I'm urging you, if God is telling you what to do, if God is putting something in your heart, or you hear that voice, I don't know if I hear that voice sometimes, and it's just very strong impressions. It's not a physical voice like I'm talking to you right now, but it's a strong impression from God. And the only thing I'm left with when I don't do it is regrets that I didn't do it. Afterwards I'm thinking, why didn't I do that, man? I could well have been a blessing to that person. I could have well been a blessing to the people around me. But I chose not to. Thinking, let me think about this. Let me just weigh up the pros and cons of doing this thing. What are the implications for the people around me? What are people going to say? As soon as you start asking those questions, people, I guarantee you 90% chance now you're not going to do it. So listen for the voice of God. Let's respond immediately, no matter if it makes sense or it doesn't make sense. It doesn't matter at all. And I got to tell you what, it's a lot of fun to do that. Living on the edge of hearing what God is saying to you because of the brokenness and the sensitivity of your heart. I want to tell you, people, it's a joyful place to live. There's no place like it, but I hope you find it. You have a great day, and we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.